All right, everybody, welcome back to the Ben Motorsport. Jesus Christ!
Go fuck yourself.
Podcast. Somebody just threw a chair at me. So that's how this podcast starts.
Classic.
Dude, David, have a chair.
I'm gonna ask the audience to guess who's here.
Yeah. Guess who's here? A friggin' bar stool got thrown at me. It's the Gamblers.
Barf fight.
To the Bent Motorsports Podcast with the owner of Bent Motorsports, David Beckett, and his crew, Jacob Hunsinger, James Hernandez, and Jake Russo. Listen in as the guys discuss all things motorsports, including tech tips and current shop projects.
Drinking whiskey straight out of the bottle. And not just any whiskey, by the way. Let's go ahead and talk about this whiskey real quick. Gibby? Hold on.
It's smooth. It's smooth. What's your neighbor? I don't know.
Yeah, so right next door to us, we have a distillery. And Poffenberger, I don't know, is it Spirits or what's he called? What's the official name of his?
It's Mobius Arch. Mobius
Is it Arch
Arch?
or Arch?
Oh my God, that's Arch. Like McDonald's, there's two of them. Wow.
But it's a single.
Hey, Stephanie. Mobius Arch, American peated single malt whiskey. So we had this last time. There was two different bottles that they distilled last time that I was fortunate enough to end up with. And they're delicious. They're not mixing with Dr. Pepper and not chugging like a college kid.
Right, it doesn't come in a plastic bottle. It comes in a legitimate bottle.
Yeah, high quality.
It's definitely
plastic
top
bottles.
notch. And they're very small batches, of, I'm not sure how small, but I mean, literally.
Very small.
That is,
It says very small batch.
yeah.
I mean, they fit it in
No,
a bottle,
they-
so it's got to be pretty small.
Wait a minute.
Inaccessible.
Is that volume math?
He said they do that for as a passion, not to try to make money.
Right,
off
yeah,
it.
these guys next door.
The kid next door, yeah. He said they.
Dunn and Bryan, they're
Passionate.
they like making whiskey. So what's cool is that we get to see them go through the process of figuring out what they want to make next. And this specific one, Mobius Arch, I believe a portion of it goes back to the national parks when you buy it.
Pasta Spirit stuff.
Kind of goes
mentioned
right
that.
along with the Gamblers, right? You guys are
I
picking
love
up
the
trash.
national parks.
Right? Yeah, I mean, you guys are wanting to keep the open space open, and it's kind of part of your guys' deal, too.
We're losing our ability to use the public lands. So while we're out there off-roading, we do our best to pick up the trash, clean the trails, pick up after yourself so that we leave the ability to use those trails to the people coming after us.
So let's just introduce real quick again, since I know some of you guys have listened to our podcast, and Amy and Steph have been on before, but it's the Gambler 500 SoCal, right, officially. Stephanie is
The chancellor.
the head chancellor.
The only chancellor.
Oh, Jesus, the only chancellor.
What happened
She's like,
to the other
do you have like a couple of
chancellors?
dragons that cruise around with you and just fuck shit up?
Well, I was never the chancellor. Gibby introduced himself as the vice chancellor, so then I just got automatically.
And then he
wanted
immediately
that
said, I'm
title.
not the vice chancellor. I don't know what the hell's
I'm
going
not
on here.
one. I saw that gambler, but we mentioned
He
this
tried to
before,
make it a thing,
when
but really I only became the thing.
I wanted the name, and that's
chancellor,
all I ended
yeah.
up with was not having the name. Was when I saw that video and I said, hey, we should do this. You should be in charge because we're going to get sued. But I want to be the vice chancellor because I think that sounds badass.
Right.
But
I
I'm
don't
not the
wanna
vice chancellor. She became the chancellor. But yeah, we really do almost get sued all the time. But
He
that's
wanted
fine.
me to get the letters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to
Which
get
I
the
do.
letters, but I want to be involved
That's
with the
okay.
letters.
Letters
is what that
are no big
says.
deal.
You can send letters to Gibby.
We should send them letters.
If you
It's
want
when
to send a
somebody walks
registered
up to
letter
you-
just Gibby.
That's a power move,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Send
yeah.
them a letter
Let's
before they
send
get
them-
you.
Yeah.
I have an issue with your issue, and I
next
wanted to contact you about it.
It's the way of going, shh.
Yeah,
Touch their nose.
that's perfect.
Down the list.
So who are you guys? We're the gamblers. How many Jakes and how many Jameses are in this place?
No
Two
Jakes,
Jakes,
no
one James.
Jameses, just shitbags.
Just a shop full of shitbags.
Shop guys have no names.
Got James Hernandez, everybody. James Hernandez, everybody.
No,
Do we all do that?
no, we don't all have to
Okay.
do that. No,
That
that's
would
just,
take a while.
that was their thing. That was just they're having a
Oh, it's
moment.
a thing now.
They're just having their little moment. It's cool.
You guys always have some kind of unfinished business. Usually,
Always.
I thought they were going to open up with that. Something with the LS
Gibby
swap
gave me a
or-
synopsis before
Yeah, no,
we
we
got
can-
here. He said we need 20 minutes of you guys.
Oh, they talk shit to each
Talking
other for
crap
20
about each
minutes.
other.
But the Beamer
yeah.
looks
And
like it's
then-
running good and solid. So,
Dude, that thing just got painted.
right? No, it's cherry.
Yeah.
So what else are we going to talk about then?
Just because of a Honda Civic took me out.
Really?
Smashed.
Yeah.
You got smoked by a Civic?
No. When I got in the accident.
Dang
Literally,
it, I was super
literally.
excited
No.
to hear that story.
No.
Civic.
We don't talk
Civic.
about the losses, just the victories.
There we go. That's the mentality.
No, we've been working on scouts in the shop for the last 2 weeks, so we're a little depressed. You know, we need some fresh meat in here.
Yeah,
These scouts will wear you out.
we got the Scout, Diesel Scout. Sweet. You can get from 0 to 5 in approximately 10 minutes.
Dude, first gear on that thing?
It's terrible.
I mean, okay, so off-road is probably a machine, right? But first gear, you put in first gear, and you got to let the clutch all the way out, right? And then it catches. And as soon as it catches, you're like, well, that's the end of first gear. I need second now. Like, it's literally that fast. And you're like, okay, second gear. So then you think, okay, I'm going to pull up to the traffic light, and I'm just going to start in second gear. Fuck it, right? I'm just going to... No,
Yeah.
second gear, that engine doesn't have enough poop to get it going in second, so it goes... You're like, oh, sorry, everybody, back to first.
These more
Right back to first gear.
You have to make.
Oh,
Russo and I had an adventure.
When was
I think,
that?
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
Russo is my guardian angel,
Yeah.
but
So-
it's undecided.
So I don't know if I mean, do I tell my portion of the story first?
Yeah, sure.
I'm what was this, a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Driving to work, half zoned out because it's 6:30 in the morning. Like haven't had a single bit of coffee yet. Driving down the 78, and all of a sudden I look over because I see a bunch of smoke in the air, and then I see James's orange truck with the freaking green camper shell on it just up in fucking smoke. And I just go, oh shit, I should turn around. Like made the decision to be late to work in probably about all of 0.7 seconds. Got off of the next exit, turned around, like booked it back over. I see this thing just completely just parked, and I get up there thinking it's gonna be James, and then all of a sudden I come around the front of the truck, and it's John. He's like, dude, I don't know what happened. Like, it just made this really crazy sound. I was in the fast lane. Like, he wasn't going fast lane speeds, like probably 65, you know? And it just started making a gnarly sound, and then it just lost all power, and he coasted off to the side. So I'm like looking at it. I don't know. I couldn't really see anything from the top half. And then, so James just did head gaskets on this thing, so I'm like, damn. Like, I wonder
just,
if
right?
Yeah,
like,
literally
within a
4
couple days, right?
4 days prior is
Like not even 100 miles into this truck.
No.
Yeah.
20 miles, maybe.
So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, like the head seemed pretty intact, but there's just shit all over the engine bay. Like something just exploded, you know? But you look at the top and it's like, dude, everything looks fine. And then I look further down and I see a piece of like a gasket with a couple holes in it, like bolt holes. I'm like, huh, that's pretty far down to be the head gasket. And I go under and I just see a freaking rod sitting on the K member of this truck, and the whole oil pan is blown out. The whole side of the engine is just blown out. And I was like, oh, fuck, you're going to need a tow truck.
For sure, you're not going to trail fix that one.
You're not going to get that one back on the road today. Sorry. And then James shows up. He was in another car that they were doing a photo shoot with. I ended up taking him back to the shop to drop off the car they were supposed to shoot. Brought him back over to his truck so they could call AAA, and then took myself back to work. But it was just like the funniest thing driving down the road, and I'm like, man, something's up in smoke. Oh shit, that's James's truck.
Yeah.
I'm impressed you went around and pulled over for him.
right?
Yeah, I know, right?
I would have freaking honked. You know, the double honk, beep,
Instagram
beep,
that shit.
a quick wave out the window.
The wave that turns into the middle finger.
I was just talking about that at a gambler run. Where they're like, how do you know? Do you always stop and help everyone? I said, God, no, I don't. I'm just,
Who's got time for that?
I said, so you pull up next to them and they're broke down, you know, like James on the side of the road. You give them the thumbs up before they could wave you down.
Right.
And you give them the thumbs up and just start looking straight ahead, and they have no idea. And
That
they're
way
like,
later-
we give the thumbs up. It turns
Yeah.
out they're like, no, we just need a jump start. And like, we're far too down the road to. I'd love to turn around. You had an IED in San Marcos, didn't you?
Absolutely.
That's all I could think of. IED.
What?
An explosion from the bottom and blew up your
Oh,
oil
yeah,
pan.
that was me.
I think that's what it was. They must have planted some on the 78, and it just went off.
Probably. And it just hit me.
I'm going to call Caltrans. Get yourself a free engine.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's possible.
Definitely.
Ridiculous.
It's weird. There's
Just
so
throw a
many
little
other.
asphalt spray on there and be like, Caltrans did it, man.
There's so many other cars that would have driven over that same thing, but John was just the lucky one to actually hit
did
it right. You know.
service to the citizens of San Marcos.
I think so. It's left me in quite a tight spot.
I also want to add on here that it was nothing that James did on the head gasket job
No.
that ruined that car.
No.
Unrelated.
It was what Caesar did. Sorry.
We're not going to point fingers, but I think James, you know, it's It's not your fault.
Thanks, David.
It's not your fault.
You're the best. Anyway, enough about me.
Oh, and then to cap it all off, right when I dropped James off, I was like, oh, I got to get on the freeway. Saw a Prius with just enough room, so I pulled out, just roasted the tires all the way up to like probably 60, and like barely missed this dude because I was just like fishtailing the shit out of this thing. And I just see James and John like, yeah!
Yeah, we cheered him on. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, how reckless.
Weren't you driving the chartreuse?
Yeah.
The Targa?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Targa.
It's a very expensive car to leave on the side of the 78.
Anyway, when's the next Gambler, guys?
This weekend.
Yeah, what is today?
really?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
So like what? Yeah.
My sister's getting married this weekend. I can't go. Can you guys move it to next weekekend?
No.
Why is your sister getting married on Mother's Day weekend?
On Mother's Day
First
weekend?
up, I know you had a sister.
Yeah, what a
but
horrible
I guess
date.
it's too late for that.
I do.
Okay, so whatever.
Well, she's
It's
a
okay, I'm
mom.
gonna die.
We,
I'm good.
Steph, tell them the Gambler chapters, we're like punk rock, which means we're super low effort givers, basically.
We're so low effort that I don't even know where we're going.
Yeah, tell them what
We
you
have a
did.
guest host doing the route.
Yeah.
So I'm gambling this one.
So you're
sick.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's a guy that's Matt Albert, who you guys may or may not know on them Facebooks.
He's got a
Is
cartoon.
A loyal, what?
The gang of guys who run around and goof
If I
off.
had to,
like, big
say
jackets
my
and
top
beanies?
three-
They all in jackets and beanies.
That's Fat Albert.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad.
I couldn't even get through that.
What's his name?
We bored the Matt Albert.
Oh, Matt.
Oh,
I call him
see.
Malbert.
I see where the
Sorry.
man.
You heard
fat.
Marmaduke or something, right?
I heard
I
it.
knew it because
I heard
sometimes sounds-
Marmaduke.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. He's super rad, but he's crazy. He's one of the crazy drunk guys. And see you later.
See you,
Why
dude.
do you keep turning around?
Bye,
Did you
Jake.
have beers on the way back? And
What a
Steph
dick.
decided to, because he wanted to pre-run, he wanted to do Death Valley. Which
wanted to
we're
do
not
Death
doing Death
Valley,
Valley, so it's
no.
not a spoiler alert. But we're like, we can't go. And then Steph was like, how
Called
about?
the High Desert Hangover.
Yeah.
Mostly because Matt.
That's
Can you
okay.
not?
That's just Jake ringing the doorbell dinger. It's all good. Super annoying.
There's a rhythm to it, though.
It makes it
Yeah.
sound like I'm cussing a lot. Like beep, beep.
Yeah. Jake had to go, everybody. Just so everybody knows, we lost a podcaster right now. He had a
Yeah.
previous engagement.
even
I
that
think it's like he
late.
died.
He
Yeah,
did what-
yeah,
he
yeah.
did what he could.
We lost him. He's dead to us now because he's left our podcast. So, you know.
I still want to hear about the
I
rest
hope
of
he
the
rots.
Gambler.
Yeah, I was
What
trying
were
to
you
think
saying?
where I was saying we had a guest that you said, Matt, it's a high desert hangover.
So he looks like. Are you leaving too?
We're not losing another Jake. He's just doing a beer run. We're good.
we're losing
relax.
numbers. We're losing numbers
Everybody
fast.
settle down.
It's like
Zach,
the Donner Party.
how do you say it? I'm really terrible. I never say it right.
Zach Galifianakis?
Galifianakis. I always say it opposite, like
from The Hangover.
Gallinaficus or something. Anyways, Matt Albert reminds me of him. Yeah, from The Hangover.
You got to get him to sing that the Two Best Friends song from The Hangover.
So yeah, so that's why I was like, when we named the High Desert Hangover, I was like,
Yeah.
it's got to be The Hangover.
Because the
Got it.
hangover.
So this is like a double gamble for you. You're gambling that he's actually going to put together a good gambler, and you're going to actually gamble the gamble that you're
Yeah.
gambling on. That makes
Are
sense,
you
right?
gambling on it?
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Sure.
We're always
Well, I
gambling.
don't think anyone else has ever done that. We've tried to very carefully build the SoCal, tour. Good stewards of
I
the land, we
wanted to,
pick up
like, be
trash and all
there.
that. And then suddenly decide, hey, let's let like the most rowdy dude that's ever come to our gamblers do his own.
Yeah.
And she'll probably
That's
still
for
get
sure
letters.
punk rock.
Yeah.
Great.
So it should be fun. So we're just participating. So we don't know the route like we normally do. And
Well, it's kind of fun though, right? It's
Yeah.
it's going to be mellow for you guys. You're going to get
What's
the
the
real
sixth?
experience.
Gibby just came back from like 3 weekends. He did like 3 different states. 4. I just came back from NorCal, doing NorCal's Gambler.
It's more fun to attend
So we've all
others,
been like different
I think.
ones, yeah.
Yeah.
How many have you guys done so far?
Like hosted?
No, just
Gone
attended.
to?
I think I'm like 17 or 18 maybe. I lost track recently because I've been flying around. SoCal itself, we've had 5 events, 5
Yeah.
and a half actually, but
I'm at more than 10. It's like 10 to 15 probably.
it's an addiction, kind of
Yeah.
a healthy addiction, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just fortunate enough to be able to fly around and have people host. And
You know, like
give
when
us-
you work too much and you're like, I want to
Cars.
like get out and go camping. Like that's what I want to do. I want to go to a gambler.
The weekend warrior, but a weekend gambler.
Yeah, it kind of like takes a lot out of you though. It's a lot of driving.
Oh yeah.
Well, Gibby flies in.
I took a jet plane
Yeah.
with a
He,
tiny
like-
backpack.
He was a baller.
And I have my tap out sweats and my Chuck Taylor Converse. And I'm at
Crocs.
Waffle House in Alabama.
VIP
All I know is that-
I'm like,
If I see you show up at a gambling event in a helicopter, the helicopter better be a gambler too. Like that thing needs to come in like bounce
Super
once and
rickety.
then land. Like barely made it.
people have been talking
have a
about
half a propeller.
boat gamblers or like aircraft gamblers, which should be dismissed immediately.
That's a bad idea.
Hang glider
I don't think you should
ultralight or-
gamble in an airplane.
That's not a gamble.
Unless you're like
That's a bad
couple,
gamble.
maybe like
devilish.
kites. We
Yeah.
could start out with kites and then move our way up from there. You
What
know,
if you do a boat gambler where you go out, you got to go around Catalina Island and back?
Oh, we talked about this.
I wouldn't even
Like
do
two
that as a
years
regular
ago,
boat.
I said jet ski gambler because you can get them stand up. You know,
So
don't be
about
sitting
it.
down like a
We got ours
pussy.
So
for
about
500.
Catalina and back.
Yeah.
Well, they already do that as a race, right, Jake?
Yeah, they do. But those dudes are all on sit-down skis. I don't think they do it in stand-ups anymore. But
Do they used to do stand-ups?
my dad claims that he did it once with his buddies, and they had a chase boat, and they all rode their stand-ups to Avalon for breakfast burritos.
Why do you say claims?
Because I don't know if it's believable or not.
Was
He
that-
thinks his dad's full of shit.
Yeah.
So are they like gambler jet skis? Or are they new? Or are they
This
older?
was back in the 80s, so they were brand
Would've been
new.
new.
Oh, so that was always a gamble then.
Yeah,
those
yeah,
things.
for sure. But apparently they had someone that was in a like chase boat with gas and stuff because
Yeah.
there's no way you're getting out of the breakwater
what
without
I
running out of gas.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. If you had someone like my brother, someone with a ski boat or something could follow you out there. It's not that
Yeah.
far. It's like 23 miles or something, depending on where you leave.
Yeah, your
feel like
recovery
those are-
your recovery guys become a little more important.
Way more important because you got to think like you're this little tiny thing as big as this table out in the middle of the ocean. There's 25 miles between Catalina
Here
and
comes the
like,
ferry
Long
boat.
Beach, you know.
Wow, right over the top.
So if you lose someone, there's a good chance that you're actually losing someone.
That support boat is the Jeep of the ocean.
Yeah. It must be a Boston whaler then.
It must be a
I'd
Boston
say
whaler.
the bent Boston whaler.
I'll invest in one.
We could borrow
You know, now
one.
North County Yamaha in Escondido, they used to every year do a Sea-Doo run. So you would sign up, and everybody it's like for their customers. So everybody who's bought a Sea-Doo throughout the year, they would put together an event where they would all get together. I don't know where it was, probably Long Beach or something.
Yeah.
And they would bring all their jet skis, and he would arrange to have all the moorings set up and all the hotel rooms and everything set up. And then like you'd have like 100 people on jet skis all at once take off
Roll out.
and rip out. And they had these support boats. Everybody threw their gear bags in there, so when you got to your room, you had your luggage. It was badass. And how
That's
cool is that
pretty
to
sweet.
just go blasting across the ocean with 100 of your friends on Sea-Doos over
That
the.
sounds rad.
Sounds like rich people things though.
Yeah, the gambler triathlon.
There you go.
Which
James is spacing out on
I
it.
totally
was.
on the podcast,
I'm like,
but
James, you're giving me the googly
James
eyes.
are starting each other in a really strange
This is really
manner.
You had me thinking
weird.
about jet skis.
So-
Real talk. I was like, dude, stand-up jet skis are crazy.
They are crazy.
The way they're engineered and the way they work and the way people ride them, like, it's wild.
Hardcore.
They're honestly, somebody was just like, how do I only have an engine under my feet? Like, I don't want the whole boat. I just want the engine.
right.
And they're like, well, what if you just put kind of a ski under the engine and, like, put some handlebars on it? And another dude went, yeah, do it.
Oh, and not
Sloppy motocross handlebars. He's like,
Exactly.
don't worry, if you fall off, it slowly idles in a circle. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
huge circle.
after you fall off, and it goes another 100 yards,
Yeah.
and then it circles over there.
How long do you think it took
Mine,
them to figure out the bracelet thing?
Yeah, right?
One guy was
mine,
like, oh,
mine did
wait.
not
Well, that
circle
was
one
like June
time.
of last year when
It
those
was
came out.
bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who've been strained.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen my other favorite thing that is only slightly related to this, but diesel motors strapped to like longboats in Indonesia
Yes.
or whatever?
They're in like straight up Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand. These guys will just be like, "What's the biggest motor that I can put on basically a plank of wood?"
I wouldn't say the biggest motor. I'd say it's the biggest turbo on the littlest motor.
Oh, that's
Because
true.
a lot of those things just have these giant freaking turbos strapped to them, and they're just bellowing black smoke.
Yeah, love it.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'd be down.
That reminds me of the it's like a Facebook GIF, I guess, but it's a little video. It's a telephone pole that the guy put like a mini bike front wheel on. And
Ooh.
it's like seriously like
Seen
16
it.
feet long. Of course you have Beckett.
Well, all I do is stay on the internet all day long.
Comment, like, subscribe. Sorry. Is that YouTube? No, but it's seriously sitting on. There's a bunch of people, like families come and get on. It's like the Orange Line to Santee kind of thing. They just kind of hop on, but it's got some tiny engine on the back.
Oh, and he just drives it around and gives people rides? Is that the deal?
Yeah, I don't know if he's aware, but it's really long. He doesn't know what's going on back there. I shit you not, it's a telephone pole.
You may not know
it's
people
at least
are
20
jumping
feet
on.
long. Yeah, and it kind of tied into your thing, which didn't tie into his thing.
No, I liked it.
So the one thing I could recommend for a jet ski gambler would be from the blue water at the bottom of the Parker River to the dam at the top, because then if you really break down, you're just floating right back to the bottom, and it's super disgraceful.
Oh man.
Oh, that's
That
crazy.
was-
I love that.
It's super
Dude, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Like, you suck, you know?
We'll have to
How long
plan
is
that
that?
stuff.
Yeah.
We'll have to fly Gibby in since he's leaving
Yeah.
town. You're bailing on us. When? 2 more days through next week? When?
Friday?
After the
Friday.
after our gambler, he's
The
gonna go to SoCal,
Yeah, so the SoCal,
right?
it starts in Lucerne
right?
Valley.
Let me get this on recording right now. You're going to SoCal, right?
Yes,
He was debating
the
it.
event.
Whether
Oh,
he'd
skip
skip,
the
thing.
out for
Yeah,
SoCal.
there's never like nice
I had to. I would have to
potties
disown
and,
him.
It's
No bands.
not like
no-
Coachella, you know. Don't worry.
It's on the way, so it's in Lucerne Valley. Cafe 247 is Lucerne Valley, by King of Hammers. It's right by King
Yeah,
of
right
Hammers.
by King of Hammers.
So I'm gonna load the van up, and I'll go up there and park it, and hope no one robs it. Apparently, and do that gambler, and
That'd
then
be good.
head north. But I'm gonna go up the coast. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna go to Pismo
gonna go up
and
the
some other
coast?
stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds
Why wouldn't
super
you?
nice.
Yeah,
Dude,
the,
it's so
the
nice.
PCH1 drive is a red
I
drive.
know. I mean, I always take the 5 because it's so much faster, but it makes you
No.
want to die a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing's faster in that van.
We did the NorCal Gambler last weekend, and we went through the Mendocino National Forest, and we came out on the beach and like camped on the beach, and it's like rainforest. Like, oh my god, I've never seen anything
yeah,
like it.
it's
It was
really
cool.
nice.
Right off the one.
Is that in, like, near San Jose? Am I being stupid right now or no?
North
Totally.
It's north.
of
You're
San
being
Jose.
stupid, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop.
Okay. Sorry.
It's
I'm
pretty
done
up there.
talking. I'll
Everyone
just
told me
leave
to
now.
go to-
No, it,
They said to go
we
to Big
lost
Sur,
another
Yeah,
one.
Big Sur's
which I've
rad.
never been. And Pismo, I want to drive on the.
Pismo's rad.
You're gonna get stuck. Send me that picture. It'll be like John Theo getting stuck at Superstition, but you'll be in your van stuck on Pismo.
That kid gets stuck
At least they
everywhere.
probably have like a Pismo recovery group, right?
If not, you're going to find some Pismo
It's
local that's
four-wheel
like, yeah,
drive.
I'll pull you out, brother. Get my
It's
4x.
been designed and engineered by Bent Motorsports.
Oh, you'll be good. You'll
It'll
be
be fine.
You'll
I did
totally
the
be good.
100-point tech inspection.
Right.
It was not a problem.
Basically, he's
single
Why
going
would
to
it
be.
be like the 70s magazine? It's like
100 points.
an old guy in a
Whiskey?
creepy
Check.
white van
Whiskey?
in
Check.
Pismo.
Whiskey?
Your
Check.
van's too
Toe
cool to
strap?
be
Check.
creepy.
It was pretty much a
Whiskey?
2-point
Check.
check.
Yeah,
Whiskey,
half a
toe
check.
strap.
They almost don't fit in here.
I know.
But I've always wanted to go to Pismo, so I'm going to go up to beach
Yeah.
side. So
Pismo's rad.
I've only been
You'll
once,
dig Pismo.
but not really
I'm trying to
there.
avoid the cities.
Definitely go through Monterey. I want to see the look on people's faces when you drive through
Through where?
Monterey. Like Monterey Bay,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah, dude. That's a
ever heard
high
of- you ever heard of
falutin
it?
town there,
Is that
man.
like by
Yeah.
Carmel? Is that like by Carmel?
Yeah.
Because I went to Laguna Seca and so up there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You got
Yes.
to pay to drive on that one road by the beach.
Yeah.
That's
What do they
17
call
mile.
that? The 7-mile?
17-mile
17-mile road? Yeah,
Yeah.
we did that. It's fun.
do it in the van.
See the
and
sea
then-
Oh,
otters
is
and
that the
shit.
super fancy one?
Yeah.
Oh, that NorCal is doing something for that. They're gonna be. It's a secret. Gambler
Bring the
run.
gamblers into the.
No,
Yeah.
you're saying it on the internet right now, right?
That's okay. 4 people that listen won't be worried. Mom, just pretend like you didn't hear that.
Right?
Okay, you're good. She won't spread the rumor.
You should wake Shelly. Tell her that you're home now. She can get out of the back of the camper.
Yeah, get up.
Now
Shelly,
she's
you-
going to be pissed at me. That's just too funny, though. I can't help it.
it was
I'm
pretty
drinking
rad.
your whiskey, Shelly. I see what you mean. It's awesome. So you guys have changed. You've changed to, there's hardly any Jeeps, and it's all this rich people business.
That's the Jeep
What's the-
body.
Okay, I don't, the words are okay. It's the
Technically.
tone.
It's the word.
Like, it's like the negativity. No, seriously. What are the kids putting in these things now?
So that's one of our Defenders that we're building. We just finished one that
This?
has a
The engine, you know.
That.
Land Rover Defender.
Yeah, the finish.
Yeah, that one.
The Mota.
So the one we just finished has the new Gen 5 LT1 Corvette engine in it.
That's what he told me, and I forgot.
This
That's
one
amazing.
has the new Cummins R2.8 diesel.
Four banger.
And that
diesel.
thing says Nissan diesel.
Yeah, that's an
Whatever that
old
means.
Scout. It's got an old Nissan diesel in it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then we got this. This is our newest project. It's a 53 pickup, Chevy pickup. That's going to be
It's pretty.
kind of an original restoration, right? The guy doesn't want anything really resto-modded out, so it's going to be normal stance. It's not chopped or anything. It's going to have a stock engine in it. The only upgrades he's putting in it is power steering and disc brakes. That way,
You can stop and turn.
you can stop and turn.
Those are crucial.
Those are nice.
Super important.
Some inventions have been good for safety.
Because I don't know if you've ever
with AC though either.
if you've ever driven a 53 pickup,
It's not exactly a Maybach.
it's an experience. So, but otherwise, that's that's pretty much it. Still got the wheelies up there. It's gonna be there forever, I'm assuming.
That's a cool.
No,
project, though.
your son's gonna make it into his daily driver.
He talks about it a lot.
That was a
and-
surprise.
Wow.
Thanks, James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he knows.
Wow. Way to
Way
be
to ruin
like,
a Sweet 16.
Yeah. Well, it's good. It was nice to see that it moved since last time I was here.
Yeah, well, from that part of the shop to that part of the
On the
shop.
lift, yeah.
On
So
the lift. You
it's
just
moved.
moved the lift.
It's moved for sure.
Low miles.
Low miles.
I know
Keep
that
the
guy.
mileage down
I know
for
that
sure.
guy. Don't lowball me.
Yeah.
I think I'm most excited for this truck behind me, the 53.
53 is going to be pretty rad,
I've just
dude.
always loved the body style on those things, and I don't know, I just really dig it.
What kind of man hours is that? I mean, it's hard to predict probably, but
So
It's
I'll break
already-
it down for you. So if you're going to restore a car, right? I don't care what car it is. You want it restored properly. like properly restored car. It's 1,000 hours, right?
Jesus.
To do a car proper.
Right, yeah.
Everything else is a compromise, right? So
I
at
get
that
that,
point,
yeah.
you start compromising. You say, well, I don't want to do a frame off, or I do want to do a frame off, but we're going to rattle can the frame, or I'm not going to restore the inside of the doors, or whatever. Everything's a compromise. But it's 1,000 hours to do a car correctly, from my experience.
That's insane. That's awesome, though.
Plus parts.
It takes a lot.
Plus parts.
Plus parts.
That's in the fine print. Plus
For every car you
parts.
see like this at Cruising Grand, you're like, there's obviously a lot of time going into that.
Well, that's why some guys who do it themselves, right? Guys who've been restoring a car, they're, how long have you been restoring your car? Oh, I've been working on it for 7 years. Well, it's because that dude's doing it in his garage every weekend or whenever he gets a spare hour or two.
Spare money, spare time.
And it could take 10 years to restore a car yourself in your garage.
By that time, you got to start all over.
And your time is valuable, right? So if you put a value on your time, how much money did you really spend,
Yeah.
Or you take it to a guy like me and say, hey, David, I want this done, and, and that's the compromise, right? If you want a 1,000-hour car, it's going to take me a couple of years. If you don't want a 1,000-hour car, it's quicker.
Yeah. That's half the fun, though, I think, is planning what you want to do to it, planning out the parts for the guys that do it themselves.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of our biggest problem is if we get this far into a project and then the customer makes a change. We're a year into it and we're on the assembly process and it's like, you know what? I don't think I want an automatic. I want to shift it. Like, all right, well, we deleted the fucking pedal. We got to put a pedal back in it. We got to do this. And it's like everything changes,
I thought you meant like their wife leaves them and they can't afford it anymore.
That happens
But
a lot.
whatever. Yeah, first thing that came into my head. I was married. Anyways.
We do get
relevant.
that.
Sell it back to them. Yeah. No, when it takes that long, I imagine things change for people.
They
Their
do.
idea, their dream of what the vehicle's is going to be.
That just comes down
Is it
to
too
billing.
late? I really don't like the blue. You're like, Jesus, like it's blue as fuck right now.
It's so blue right now.
the shit out of it.
It's
Like,
so blue. It's almost
so
purple.
blue, I
but
don't
it's
think I could change it at this point.
I can use a
blue.
pair of those Japanese disposable underwear that I have outside in my car.
Do you really?
They're $5 for $1.
Are you trying to sell them to me, or are you informing me of
I
what you
wanted
got
to
them
check
for?
out
The
before we
deals
He
started.
said
that
they
are
were a
available.
men's medium, right?
they're
Or
pretty
boys,
tiny.
boys
Men's
medium.
medium?
I'm a
No,
men's
but a
large.
Chinese men's medium.
They're like the size of a egg roll.
A hairnet?
Like the Panda Express egg rolls, or
I gotta get one.
I want an egg roll now, to be honest.
It looks just like an egg roll, but white.
Hang on. I'll unlock the door.
Oh, sorry, we
Now I'm on Jake's mic. Is this going to totally mess everything up now,
No,
James?
I don't know, man.
For sure on somebody
It's
else's
been on the
mic
whole
right now.
time. It doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't even matter,
You
right?
threw the biggest curveball of my life. Yeah. We can edit all this part out.
Edit.
Steph is
you
patient
guys, I
zero
don't
for
really
a
feel that
severe
great.
sickness that's going around Southern California.
Everybody yell at the same time as me. 1, 2, 3. Ah!
Just so you know, I called out of work today, so if you guys post this, you should say it was like on a different day.
I'm gonna
Soy
tell them.
Escondido, how's it going?
Not only am I not gonna do that, I'm gonna leave this part in.
And there's just going to be a random
Like on the
second.
train coming by this one, then I go over here, then I'm back on my own mic.
I mean,
If you're listening to this with both your earbuds in, that's gonna freak you out.
that's not how it
It's
works,
not,
David.
It is. Watch. Look. This is like stereo. Look, I'm in your right ear.
It's called surround sound.
It's
your
like
left
listening
ear.
to Pink Floyd,
No,
you know?
I export this all on one thing. It just comes out of one thing.
What the fuck do we buy all this shit for then?
So these people
We
can
can't
only
listen to this
listen
in
on
4D?
one headphone?
You don't.
I go to the movies in 4D.
60.
Is that a hairnet?
If you
Dude,
want,
those look like tampons.
if you want 5-to-1
Those look like
surround,
egg rolls.
You didn't bring the towels. You went out there to get the underwear, but not the towels. The towels were
Wait,
like.
wait, wait. Is
We
that
only
one
have
of
time- We
them?
only have time for one Japanese.
But I wanted.
Wait, hang on. He's got to put his mic back on.
Yeah.
This is going to be like an infomercial.
okay, I'm looking at what looks like a hairnet.
It looks like a hairnet. Jake, or James, put it on your hair.
Did you already wear
I
that
will
one?
not.
Are you too good for food service?
He tried to put it on a steering
No,
wheel.
it's.
It's like a stereo cover.
I'm looking
So
at
that's
it,
it. So-
and I just wanted to throw up a little bit. I don't know which hole you go through.
There's only
Will
3.
you
So this
pull-
package
pull
is
this
labeled disposable men's underwear.
Have you ever seen certain products on Amazon where the description does not make any sense whatsoever?
So basically, everybody, this
that's not
it's
the right
disposable underwear, but we're telling you it's a hairnet with 3 holes in it.
It looks
It's like a paper
little.
hairnet.
Maybe you have
Thongy?
pigtails. Maybe that's what it is. It's for people with pigtails.
It looks like a hairnet for someone with pigtails, right?
Yeah.
That would just let your hair out.
Where'd you
which is
like
kind of
It says
Like Princess
large.
Leia would wear.
right.
Size
right, right.
large.
Yeah. Because they're still like
Size
they're,
Japanese
they're
large.
still in their little buns, you know. So it's not like you're getting hair on your people's food at Panda Express.
It looks like a ghost hat.
That's pretty rad. Disposable.
So you asked me where I got those. It's like a 99-cent store. It's in an Asian part of town, Mira Mesa area.
Nice. I know that place.
So what's the point of disposable underwear? Isn't all underwear disposable in reality?
Yeah.
Everything's
Yeah.
disposable.
I mean, do you ever just like accidentally shit your pants and go, I can clean that up? You fucking throw it away.
These underwear are now disposable.
Depends. Like, are they high end?
It depends. I see what you did there. I gotcha.
There's high end and. Steph, you're bound to have an opinion.
I need
on
my.
this.
She needs her inhaler, everybody. She's got,
Does it look like
she's got
somebody-
the haunt
You need
of
your
virus.
Looks like an
Jewel?
extra absorbent, feminine hygiene
I am more
project.
interested in the compressed towels that look like breath mints that you like put water on and they become like. I
Become a
want to know how
towel?
big that towel is. Yeah, we have them in the car.
We don't think they. I don't think they.
It's gonna go out. It's gonna be like a washcloth.
Yeah.
Sounds like
right?
magic.
If you get it
Means-
wet,
It's like
what's-
magic.
I don't know. It
You
says
get it wet, and then like
and
hanging
it said
on the line and like.
I wish you
allows
guys
you to
could
use your
be
tiny
here
little
because it's
napkin.
totally hilarious to watch.
By that time, it's dried up and it's shriveled up to the size of a little.
Just imagine
A little
everybody. I'm gonna
post-it
paint you a
note.
picture.
Back to its little.
We've got Steph and Gibby here. Gibby keeps reaching up for the bottle of very high-end whiskey
Right.
and just right out of the bottle, just taking a swig.
It's
And Stephanie's got her bottle of orange juice because she's got a cold, and she's just taking just hits of orange juice this whole
Cheers.
time.
sip for
Cheers.
sip.
Just cheers,
Sip.
sip for sip, clanky.
I'll still drink her under the table. She
Yeah,
drinking orange
right,
juice.
right.
Yeah. Lightweight.
Yeah, who cares what we're drinking, Russo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody
you-
Just
cares.
drinking pre-workout.
James is drinking some sort of alkaline water,
Vodka tonic, but
It's tap water.
it's tap water in a bottle that
You
looks
need
like it's
new
been dragged behind a
stickers.
car for a few miles. Clearly not PB free,
That's actually from the movie Deliverance. It was in Burt Reynolds' kayak.
right? It was in
Yeah,
Baril's
that's
kayak.
his drinking
true.
container.
And Jake's
before
on
things
his
got,
third Modelo.
second
Modelo.
Dad.
Bad, fun, really interesting. I miss you.
Still in. I can play that on the
What
banjo.
are you drinking over there?
he's up to.
Hawaiian
Yeah,
punch?
yeah, I'm already done with it. Everybody
Yeah.
knows I drink the Hawaiian punch.
So,
It's fruit juicy
I'm
red.
jealous.
Yeah?
Filled with
Mustachio,
sugary.
what are you up
Goodness.
to with the? Sorry.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm
What's
just commenting on his wine punch.
He's like, what?
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 Don't make me come over there. It's like 5.5 feet. in case
Don't
you're
forget to
listening.
pick up your mic when you go.
What are you doing with you're always photographing Porsches. Porsches.
Yeah, I photograph Porsches sometimes. Sometimes I photograph like buildings, and sometimes I photograph like a lot at once in a row, and they call that one video.
Wow,
did
like
that. I
many,
drew
many
that,
frames.
Yeah.
Many
I drew that in a
frames.
notepad. The guy shooting a basket, and he flipped through the pages.
No, that's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Animation.
100%.
This is what we do. This is what we do. No, it's liquid water. It's low water. It's low.
Low water
liquid,
media.
low level.
Low life.
Okay. I'm just kidding, maybe. So,
Focus.
Focus.
no, I was joking because I was going to say low expectations, but it looks really good. I was curious what you're up to.
Thanks.
'Cause
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're
The
doing
low water
video. We're
video.
doing photo, video, and we just did a really cool video with our buddy Obed, who's like a local. He does a lot of stuff. He's rad, but he threw an album release party at the Moose Lodge in Oceanside, and we filmed the whole thing. It's really neat. And
Well, that's cool.
That's
It's low water media.
Slow water media.
I know James won't say it. I'll say it.
Yeah,
Low water
thanks.
media.
Low
No, I
water.
was trying to think of a clever insult, and I never could do it. So,
Yeah, you're just those guys with like really low water, aren't you, huh? Yeah. Idiot.
Nice burn.
Yeah, burn.
millennial.
Millennials.
Back to
It's funny
Coachella.
because mostly I usually have a lot of water on me.
With his,
Like,
his
So he's
BB
never
cap.
really low on water. It's not low on water media.
Right. Just, sorry,
It's
kidneys.
just low.
He's got his beanie cap and his deliverance, water jug.
how long are you guys gonna beat this one into the ground?
I don't know. We got a little bit longer.
Until
You're the one who
the
edits it.
water-
You can make it as long or short as you want.
Oh, that's
Until the
true.
water
Just
gets
take the
low.
beanie off and we'll
I sometimes I
stop.
forget that I can edit this, and I think everybody's listening to what I can say. Really, I can say stuff like "dumb idiot,"
And edit it right out.
Oh, like
Butts.
over the top of it.
and I can edit that out.
You can just edit it out if you want.
Yeah. You
Or
say
you could be a
whatever
man
words
and
you
leave it
want.
in.
You can say "dang it" and "criminy."
Dadgummit.
You kids and your shenanigans.
That's not a selfie.
I'm trying to take. Oh yeah.
You trying to get a picture of the scout over there?
You freaking
Take a
millennials.
selfie.
Millennials, how do I use this phone?
I'm really
Doesn't
uncomfortable
flip.
with my pager.
Yeah.
Separation anxiety, some say.
Oh, you're gonna love that picture.
Why don't you take one with me
I've
and
never
you?
seen the crowd thin so much at one of these deals. Like, I hope it's not us.
Get
No,
No, James will be
Jake-
back.
Get
Jake
back.
just left
Get back.
because he's just tired,
We only have 2 Jakes and a James though, so you gotta. I guess if you gotta lose someone, you lose a Jake. No,
You lose a Jake,
Yeah.
right? You lose a Jake.
There's better odds.
The James, or whatever, is a little bit different.
James has got to stay because he knows how to run all the machines.
Not quite looking.
So, Steph's taking pictures and doing stuff while we're trying to talk on the video here. So, how come you guys aren't going to the Gambler ever?
Well,
We've given you notice.
I know, but like, so you guys
Tuesday.
are planning the next Gambler is this weekend. This weekend is Mother's Day weekend.
And not Saturday.
Women are welcome, and entrance is free as
Mothers
well.
too.
Right.
Yeah, bring your wife, happy gambler.
Yeah, we told Matt,
Right.
our guest host, that probably wouldn't work very well. doing
Bring your
Mother's Day.
mom.
Bring your mom.
It's
Yeah.
bring your mom.
It's bring your mom gambler.
Bring your mom.
I'm gonna bring my mom.
You are, actually.
BYOM.
I think she's
BYOM.
coming.
No,
Bring
'cause
your
we-
own mother.
We've had issues doing these gambler events on like desert race weekends that we weren't aware of. I think we had one on a Mother's
Easter.
Day. Easter. We did.
Easter.
Keeps the numbers low.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
I
we
think the
told
last
Matt.
one I didn't
You
go
went.
to was on Easter.
You went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Did I
went.
do that one?
Saturday.
Oh, I did, didn't I? All right, I have no excuse. So we're not making the
you
Mother's
out
Day
him?
one.
Did she never know where he was, and now she knows because you just.
Oh no, you weren't there.
I wasn't there, right? Yeah, I wasn't
whatever.
there.
We're talking
I
about-
was sick.
It was a different tall guy with a different.
Yeah. I couldn't go all the way to LA.
And whatever.
That happens to me a lot.
No, I'd like to see you
I get
guys
sick. I don't get to go places.
get sick.
This pizza's good, guys.
I know if you're gonna eat, we
Yeah, you should've
chips
brought me
last
a
time.
piece.
We had the chips.
That's
But
right.
For the audio guy, yeah, it had been like wonderful.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Hey, thanks for coming to the show.
Doritos, everyone. Like,
Next time,
there's no
bring corn
before
nuts.
or after. to eat
Yeah,
those
corn nuts
chips.
next time. Corn nuts.
nuts.
Great. Yeah.
It's like you're sitting in the movies and someone has the red vines and making the noise. It'd be cool to see you guys actually gamble, though.
Well, yeah, we were going to
not
gamble that
support, but
Audi
like-
that I'm selling right now, but turns out I
Literally
could.
right now.
Well, yeah, but he
Right?
was
The
supposed to
guy's
be
like-
here at 5,
Too nice of
but
a car.
he didn't.
actually.
He didn't show up. So
You have a
I mean,
Tahoe.
But-
That's cheating.
No, I mean, because they're expert mechanics, and that's half the fun. It's kind of going out there not knowing what's going to happen. So
But see, then you're
gambled.
like, see with
I feel
I feel
like
like
they
with
should
the-
be in the
we had
Cavalier.
we had the
Yeah.
Gambler Cherokee that you guys used once to pre-run.
that
Well,
was
we
a
raced that
gamble.
too, didn't we?
Yeah, and that got gambled.
I was in
did?
it. I drove
The
it.
Jeep?
you raced it?
Well, we gambled it. It was in that one Gambler.
Oh,
But I mean,
Oh,
officially,
after the-
like,
boy, that was. That's a whole podcast by itself. That was hilarious. Goddamn, like all-wheel drive system or whatever.
I don't know. I'm waiting for the right.
Those are
I'm waiting.
ridiculous.
I'm waiting for just the right gambler, right? Like I'm gonna come across something, and I'm gonna be like, "That's the Gambler." Like I don't want to do something that everybody has done, And I don't want it to be something that I've put so much time and effort into. Like, as much as I appreciate the tank gambler cars and all the goofy shit, like I don't know if I want to do that. Like, I'm gonna see this car, I'm gonna be like, that's the car. That's just the way it is. And it may be. I saw one that was really close, and it was a fiberglass bodied Volkswagen Pan car, and it had a bubble, like an acrylic bubble roof on it.
Like the Jetsons?
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's straight up.
that's
like
the car.
Jetsons.
That's the fucking car that I'm gonna get, and I'll be under $500, and I'll run that thing. And I think that's what I'm waiting for. Is that something that I didn't make into a gambler, but something that is so unique
Pure gambler.
that it would have been a gambler back in the 70s, just all by itself.
So you're never coming. That's cool.
So I'm never coming.
A long way of saying.
It's a long way for me to say, fuck you, I got shit to do.
Right.
I have kids.
You work on cars for money,
Mothers.
not for fun.
Yeah,
on
mothers.
weekends.
Yeah.
I have Christmases to go to.
Are there any fun new gambler cars out there? Because I haven't been to an event in I think like
4
a year.
years, yeah.
Who are the new players?
Oh, the new player. Well, nationwide, there's a guy with the
limo.
I was going to say Jordan
No.
Foster guy.
No, our limo.
Our stretch limo.
Yeah,
You guys had a limo?
we have a limo.
We have a stretch limo.
You have a stretch limo? How
It's
come
on
I've
one
never
of
seen
our
it?
properties.
It needs
Is there a limo
tires
that's
and
It's on one of our properties.
One of your properties?
Look at this guy.
Stephanie's boyfriend's parents' house, but I call it one of our properties.
You rent it out on the weekends to
It
make
has
some
back
money?
fees. Believe it or not,
It
like the
has-
lead singer to the local band, but they didn't have paperwork, lied to us. I'm
son of a
as
bitch.
you.
The audacity.
He's like,
He's
"Wait,
like,
here's
I
my-"
have the title, but
How could he?
I'll just give you
I
a
promise
bill of
there's
sale.
no back fees.
Just when you think you
Yeah,
know
I paid the
someone.
back fees already.
But there's a
$700
limo-
later.
There's a guy named Jordan Foster. I forget where he is. Where he hails from, because the gamblers all over. He's probably in Oregon. He's building a stretch limo on one time.
Oh, you're talking about the
No
giant
way.
monster truck one.
I think they're 54
oh my
inch
God.
tires. I
No
want to say 54s.
way.
The thing is, rad. I've seen it on.
huge.
So like
Cartoonish.
straight
Yeah.
up monster truck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, they're gonna have to tow it
Like
wherever
they
they're
need to
going
put
because
like an airplane like ladder thing, the ones that you climb up the airplane.
Yeah, the bottom of the door is
Get
a good
into it.
5 feet off the ground. It is
Yeah.
like the
Big old
original
gantry.
Bigfoot kind of thing. So that's
Damn.
interesting. But to do something that hasn't been done would be very difficult. But it doesn't matter.
There's a lot, yeah.
Buy a Corolla.
That's why I want to do my Rambler. I
Run
think the
stock.
Rambler.
That's
The Rambling
intention of the
gambling.
event.
that's true.
I want the rustiest bucket that's ever existed but still runs. I think
I
that's
just had it in
I think
here.
that's my MO.
I just had it
Yeah,
in
the
here.
van,
It was just a coil. Yeah. The van?
You didn't see it out there?
And you see the white van?
Oh yeah.
I still
How much of that car is made of plaster?
a lot of it.
I don't.
How much is
I
not
don't
made
look
of
in the
plaster?
back.
is the
Oh,
real
Like
question.
I don't look in the
look.
Yeah, I don't make.
I can
eye
tell
contact.
somebody spent a lot of
It's
time with
one of
spray
those-
foam and rattle cans.
It's one of
It's
those you
hidden.
just turn up
Tiffany's
the
done that
radio.
recently.
Yeah.
that thing
It's
together.
water. Yeah.
Stop listening to all the sounds
Does
the
it?
car's making.
Surprising.
Pizza boy.
Once again, it's the attitude that.
But you guys should just get whatever, so you don't have to spend the time on it. You can't make it unique because almost everything's been done.
Okay, well, even
That's
if it's
true.
not our Gambler, you need to go to OG. You need to be there.
Well, yeah, we definitely
June.
want to go up there. Well, now that we
June.
What's the OG?
now that we got Gibby going up there,
June was the last weekend in
living
June,
my
right?
best life up there.
yeah, you're gonna live your best life up there in your van down by the river.
I think I'm gonna be up north in the last weekend of June.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'll be rafting.
Don't tease me. Oh, rafting.
I'll be working.
Rapping?
Oh,
Rafting.
that's cool, I
White
guess.
water rafting.
Like Deliverance, where he got the.
Yes,
That's where he got
that's
his
what I said.
cup.
So you mean to say that you were going to be rafting and now you're going to the Gambler?
He's changing his
When is
mind.
it?
The last
June
weekend in
28th,
June.
29th, 30th.
That's the next one up in Oregon.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's the original.
It's original, yeah.
Yeah. So last year there was 2,000 cars. We talked about it.
Tate and what's the other guy?
Yeah, Tate organized it.
8,000 people.
What'd you say?
I don't think-
2,000 cars?
I don't think
people,
he'll
yeah.
care.
And
that I mentioned
2,000
this. I was talking
cars.
to him on the
2,000
phone.
cars.
What?
And Tate told me the other night, he might hear this and get pissed, but I get in trouble with him all the time, that he has his bill for porta potties for this June is 18 grand.
Just for shitters.
Yeah.
Just to take a shit.
I think he tries to locate every porta potty in like Southern Oregon for this event or whatever.
Yeah, but at least he's doing that,
whoa.
right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's just like someone was talking about Burning Man.
Yeah.
It's kind of becoming sort of like that because
You
it's a
guys-
festival.
Well, you guys should start like a groover policy.
I don't know what that means.
A groover, like a portable pooper.
Okay.
Where you bag up your poop and then store it in like a big ammo box. And
You
then,
like a prepper?
No, that's that's like a rafting thing. and other pack it in, pack it out trips, multi-day trips. And I think instead of spending 18 G's, everybody should just take their own poop places. That's just how I feel.
Upsets
that's what
cost
you're
quite a
saying.
bit.
Well, for that, he charges for the camping for that.
Oh, okay, neat.
Yeah, no, it would be a huge disaster. But I think there may be 3,000.
So
rigs.
it's held at
Holy
a
smokes.
pumice
So if there's
pit?
2 people in each, or maybe 3, it's 6,000 or 7,000 people. It's a that's.
Make sure you touch
We're
that.
using
You
that
get
same
sick.
place. It's a pumice pit. It's an active pumice mine, but I guess on weekends they rent it out for parties.
Why not?
It's strange. It's
Dude,
so
it's
Dave. It's like a mile by
so
a mile.
dusty.
What is it?
Wild.
Pumice.
Dude, that's rad.
Yeah.
So it's dusty and
Are you guys saying hummus?
right. That sounds pumice.
Are you guys saying
You put it on a cracker.
it's a hummus pit?
No, pumice stones like you'd use on your grandma's calluses on her feet after she takes a bath.
I don't know what kind of stones they're made from, but
I'll be there for that.
I like hummus, so let's
So
go.
end of June.
Yeah.
You know what sucks is I had the perfect Miata. Got it for free. That means I have $500 to spend on things. We could have long traveled that thing. We could have done a ton of stuff. And we just didn't.
Well, a ping pong table on the roof, or a tow someone 3 people with a toboggan.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Here's what I need to do. I need to fly up there and just do it like everybody else does. Find the nearest $500 car and show up.
Yeah, there's people that do that, and there's.
Do it
Just
and then
don't
sell
buy
the
a
car.
Ranchero or a Volvo.
What's wrong with the
those are her
Ranchero?
I would never buy a
still sitting
Volvo.
up there.
Just so you know.
Our Volvo is good now. The one we have, our redemption
Your
Volvo.
second try, yeah.
Yeah.
The Redemption Volvo?
I see
There's
you.
a second
I see
one?
you driving that thing around town all the time.
Tell them what that
I'm like,
is.
oh, look,
What
it's
year
stuff.
is that? It's
It's a 1979 Volvo 245 DL.
Oh, wow.
wagon.
So cool.
4-cylinder.
Those are
Yeah.
actually coming
It's got
around and
more
being
power than
more,
my
they're coming around to be
Honda
like
Civic.
trendy
I
again.
bet.
I know.
So
When I go surfing, I
fun.
see the ladies with those. It's kind of
Yep.
I feel
Yeah.
like you can't get a Volvo without it being a wagon, though.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
a wagon.
correct me if I'm
yeah.
wrong, but
They're
like,
rad.
No, you can.
they make sedans, but I just want to
No, yeah, dude, the
You have to get a
240
wagon.
sedan coupe, especially.
like.
If you want to rally a car,
yeah, they used to rally those.
no, those are rally cars.
Yeah.
What
They've got weight.
ones are
more
rad?
like-
There was like one
Wait,
that had
which
a
ones
real...
are rad? You talking about Volvos? That's not as
Oh
valid
wait, no,
sentence.
there was
The notchback?
there was a rad Volvo that was like
No.
big hopped up motor, big old
No.
brakes and tires.
Jake,
He's like,
no.
You
No.
don't. No.
You are
The
wrong.
S70R,
Will I
something
just
like
take
that.
My first car was a Volvo.
Oh,
Yeah, you can take it.
Mine
Traded
too.
a bicycle for it. Did you,
Mine was.
did you trade a bicycle for yours?
Sorry.
Yeah, take the mic wherever she goes. If she goes to the bathroom, it'll be interesting, right? We hear little piddles happening. Piddle, piddle, piddle.
And you tell she didn't wash her hands.
Yeah, then
I
we'll
was
know. We'll
suspecting,
know.
but you never know.
We'll know she didn't wash.
You never know. That's a
We'll actually
she's
find out what the
making-
range. Yeah, she's gonna make right now.
Just kidding.
We'll find out what the range of the microphone is.
You forgot your underwear.
Cordless mic.
So what's with the Miata though? What's with the?
I had it and I sold it because I didn't use it, and it was one of those things where it was like, You know what's I got that car for free. I was like, oh man, this is a perfect gambler. Got it for free, and then I ended up like, it was a piece of shit Miata, and I was like, I like this thing. I'm gonna wash it. I'm gonna take care of it, and it was like, why am I doing this?
Thank you.
So
Why are you doing this?
Yeah, why did you do it?
I don't know. I can't have shitty things. Not to be like conceited, but it's just
wait.
well, yeah.
I can't have shitty things.
Besides the BMW, but
Where
it's
did
like
you begin?
it was like this complete pile that I just took such good care of for no reason. You know? I don't know. It was just a weird thing. Sucks.
Yeah, no, today, so I'm driving around I have an old 97 F-250 pickup.
That one.
That one that's outside with the lumber rack on it. Right? So that's my beater, right? Oh, I need to drive a truck today. I just go grab my truck, and it's got 320,000 miles on it. And so I'm driving it today, and I look down, and the oil pressure gauge, it's an old Ford, right? So it doesn't have like numbers. It just says H or L, right? High or low. And then the needle always stays right in the middle. Because it's not really measuring like if it's high or low. It's like a go, no go gauge, right? It's like you got pressure or you got none. So I see it, it starts going boop, and it goes to none. And it goes boop, and back to the middle. Back and forth, and it's flickering, and I'm like, man, I'm
That's
going
not
to check
good.
my oil, and I pull over. No oil on the dipstick, right? Okay, I got a couple of quarts in the bed of the truck. So
That's
I
a bad sign.
I pour the quart I pour
Master
2 quarts in it,
mechanic.
right?
Oh,
2 quarts, and I'm like, still nothing on the dipstick. I only have 2 quarts. Oh well, I drove the rest of the day. I was like, I made it this far on no quarts.
ABG.
Dude, I gamble every day, man.
Yeah, that is the gamble.
Like, I'm the cobbler's kids have no shoes, right? Like, I'm a mechanic, and my car's just a big pile of shit out there just ready to explode any second. I figure it's like research, right? I'm going to go ahead and get my own information. Like I tell James all the time, you can drive this long on this engine with no oil.
Yeah.
I'll find out for you.
Yeah, well, someone has to. It's R&D.
Somebody's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
what a lot of gamblers have said. There's guys that will. You hang up. No, you hang up. Go ahead, James.
Keep telling your story.
I'll take a bite now.
Okay.
Now he's eating pizza.
You can't drive more than a little bit on a blown head gasket and then change the head gasket, everybody.
Yeah,
I just want to
that's-
let you know.
That is a problem.
If for some reason your coolant isn't immediately mixing with oil and you haven't lost all compression, you might think, I'm going to run this thing for a while because I need to get to work and do other things. But let me tell you about it. It's not a good idea because when you do replace
Set head gasket.
the head gasket, what happens is the engine explodes. And I'm not going to explain to you how it explodes, but I'm going to tell you.
It explodes.
It explodes.
Explain.
And
You got a
so...
little milkshake action happening? You were like,
we're
carry on?
we're well beyond. No, we didn't actually. My coolant didn't start mixing with my oil for I think like a month. I ran it and we thought it was actually sounds like kind of an anomaly, to be honest. Originally we thought it was a exhaust leak. Sounded like an exhaust leak. Just, you could hear like the combustion happening. It was like pop 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 pop, and you're like, oh, that's ugly. And then we did a bunch of fancy tests. We did lots of fancy tests with Dave's fancy test tools. But the best test was just squirting a little bit of oil into the cylinder through the spark plug hole and firing it up and seeing if, where that smoke comes out of, right? Seeing what happens. And it came out of everywhere.
It's pretty rad.
It was pretty blown. So,
And then you drove on it for how many more?
yeah, then I drove on it for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, drove a truck for 3 weeks that had a blown head gasket.
I'd already driven it up to LA and back on a blown head gasket at that point, by the way.
Right.
What was your motivation to do this?
So let's change the head gasket or to blow it?
To drive it like that.
Oh, I needed to. Yeah.
That's powerful motivation.
Yeah. It's hard.
Food
Yeah,
stamps
it's
don't buy
crazy.
diapers. You know what I mean? Like Eminem would say.
Know what I mean? Oh, man.
It's like the when you only have one car thing, A lot of people only have one car, but for us, it's like if you only have one car, you're kind of gambling just on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
right.
multiple gamblers.
You have to have more than one.
My
That's
cousin.
what I should do is just take my truck on the gamble.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Is it a gambler? I thought it was a little bit more.
I paid $1,000 for that truck.
Oh.
Be careful.
Just kidding.
oh wow, exiled.
We're both eating. We don't enforce that. No one enforces that $500 rule.
I felt bad for the guy. He's a cabinet maker and lived up in Valley Center, and he'd been driving this truck his whole life, running his business, making cabinets, and it wouldn't pass smog. So he went and bought a brand new truck, and now he has this old truck that doesn't pass smog. And I went and scanned it with my little scanner and said, I know exactly what's wrong with it, and it's going to take like a nickel to fix it. He was like, oh, okay.
Please, sir, can you spare a nickel?
And he says, well, I already bought a brand new truck, so good for you. You know how to fix it. $1,000. Okay. Thanks. I fixed it. Now I drive it. But I could gamble it because, the thing is, never got oil in it.
It's a weird way to talk about your dad, though. Isn't that weird? His dad gave him a truck.
Weird, right?
Whatever, yeah.
I always talk about him like that.
So, hey,
Fuck that guy.
A poor cabinet
I'm gonna say
maker.
that 3
Yeah, he's a poor cabinet maker.
That poor guy.
Okay, Geppetto.
Yeah, easy, Pinocchio. Take it down a notch.
No, those are the unlikely heroes. And there's a lot of gambler cars. One of the popular Facebook threads is like, how many miles does your gambler have? And it's no joke. There's some really serious, like, are those kilometers? I'm like, no, Jesus, no. Like, the Beamer has like almost 300,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
So they're rescued from near death, and you put an air filter on it, or whatever, minor thing. People don't know anything about cars. And drive it for gambler. And expect it to blow up and be able to build or buy another one. And like, no, I still got that Beamer. It just won't die. So I need to get attached to it like Russo. Imagine Russo if he had a kid. He gets attached to cars he bought and just
That thing would
washed.
have a fresh
Imagine doing
paint
5
job.
Gamblers. I pull into off-road nights at In-N-Out Burger, and all the Jeep guys, I'm like, I've done probably like almost 3,000 miles of off-roading in my BMW 525. Have you?
Right?
Yeah, right?
I don't
Seriously.
I don't really go with those. But if I did, I would totally tell them that. Mall crawlers.
That's what I told my
Burn.
brother. He just sold his sold a $100,000 trophy truck, like Chevy fully built truck. Bought like a $50,000 Jeep, and I was like, hey, so my Volvo, we just went like 2,000 miles off road. We did the pre-run and everything. Have you ever taken that off road? I'm like, we should go out together. I'll take the Volvo, you take the Jeep.
It'll be
Just-
fun.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
The average car
Just
can
really
handle-
give it to him.
Well, it's pretty funny, right? You said you guys have done 6 or 7 Southern California
This will
Gamblers,
be
right?
6.5.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So,
you
I mean,
can
think
ask
about
if you want.
500.
Well, there's a half.
I mean,
But,
it's a lot of miles.
yeah. Well, you
Because they're
can run and-
3/4. I mean, and you're pre-running them, so you
Yeah.
could easily do like your Gamblers have
Thousands of
easily
miles.
done 6,000 miles off road.
Yep.
The Volvo has a lot on it. The average car, like I said, to get a Corolla, they're more capable than people think if you make good decisions. I don't even have skid plates on my car.
If you make good decisions.
Okay, that's not it.
Which is not what this
That's
is
in the-
about.
Dang it. Is there,
No,
can
no,
you
no.
delete that?
If you pick a
If you
good
make
path.
rad decisions. I didn't say good. I said
Why
rad.
was there a half?
I knew he was going to ask that. Steph, what happened?
What was the
A half gambler.
Well, half the cars got stuck in that gulch.
Was that the
Oh
half?
yeah, that's right.
That was that one?
Listen to the other podcast. Like, we'll need to talk about that again. So the people that were stuck in the gulch missed the whole second days of waypoints. So we did a one-day fun run hitting the points that they missed because they were sleeping in a hole. Nice campground. Bottom of a Black Diamond Jeep Trail.
It was
Sorry.
like more of a valley, right? It was like a more secluded
was a
area.
There was like green meadows, there was hammocks, and
There's
wish I was
a nice
down there.
Amish couple living down
Yeah,
there.
fireplaces
so
that
we
were
did
already
I call it
lit
a
waiting
half
for
week.
you.
We used the,
It was like in the movie Maze Runner,
you told you as young kids.
right?
I haven't seen Maze Runner, but you know what I have seen? Deliverance.
Old.
Look at that. He's like, this thing was in Da Nang with me. It's been in some shit. That's Vietnam. It's done some
Yeah,
shit
they
with
don't
this
understand.
thing. But it's an addiction. So you guys need to get out there. Because the people I talked to are like, well, like at least you both in your own way said you have no intention of ever doing it.
Well,
But they said it very differently.
even
It's
if you
really
don't
cute.
like we off-road
How did I
obviously
say that?
a lot.
Sorry.
But the OG one, like I can't even
What
say
is-
like I never even hit dirt. Both times I've ever gone, we've taken the cars and we've gone on the road, so it's still beautiful. We've never even made it to hit dirt because the cars were having so many
But
issues.
Now, is this event become so big up there that
It's
if I
like
fly
a
up there and
giant
try to buy a
party.
car on Craigslist, it's not going to fucking happen because they're all
You
scooped
could
up?
try.
They say it gets difficult a couple leading up to it because people, whether local or out of towners, are buying all those like shit. Like there's a
So I need to buy one. What town is it held in?
Chumult. Well,
Chumult is a tiny town.
That's the halfway camp.
So what's the next biggest town close to
What's
it?
close to what's north of that?
Like where would you
What's
fly
that
in
south?
if you were flying in?
I mean,
Oh, Portland.
Portland?
PDX.
Yeah.
Portland, yeah. That's a few
the
hours
guys
from
live
Chumult,
near
but
Portland.
Oh, Portland's
Plenty of
full of
crap
shit. Yeah, I can find a crap car in Portland and then drive it down.
Yeah.
and we got a lot of friends up there
I've been
too.
to Portland, man. Yeah, the people up there, they got shit boxes for sure. Like the entire town is gambling constantly.
I was using this for my mobile yoga studio and it just crapped out. Sorry.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
I've lived in Portland. He got him.
Yeah, I think that was
got
I just drove through. I've never even actually stayed there.
I've only been there for gambler events, really.
Yeah, me too.
But it's funny in San Diego. Occasionally, if you went on a Craigslist and put gambler, you might get a car. But if you do it in Portland, there's a lot. Whether people have participated or they just know of it. Like,
Well, even
son,
sell
sell that
you-
piece of shit car today. And the kid's like, I'm going to put gambler on there because this car's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Maybe they've never been to an event, but it's a search term. You can use gambler 500. And
I
usually
believe
people
it.
that have rallied
Yeah.
it are very familiar with the car, what they've done.
And they'll
what it
give you
needs.
deals on it too if they know you're gonna gamble.
they know you're gonna gamble it?
Yeah.
They'll tell you, like, it needs a radiator. I just did the
It's
fuel pump
$1,000 for anybody, but if you're a gambler, they'll sell it to you for $500.
Yeah.
I've seen ads on Craigslist and like Facebook Marketplace where people are like perfect for a gambler car, and it's like, wow, like it's kind of funny how people like that's actually part of a crate. It's like clean title, perfect for a gambler. Just it's like part of the description now.
I look for Tatula Lumpia, which means pink slip.
Nice.
That's the Spanish I know.
That is hilarious.
The Spanish I know is Tatula Lumpia. I'm like, sweet.
Got a title.
Hey, Steph, can you drop me at the mall right by the border? I'll be back in like 20
That's
minutes.
another cool thing about up in Oregon too. We went to the DMV to get our like trip permits or whatever. It's in the mall.
No way.
in the mall,
DMV is
they're
like
friendly,
it's like a Payless store in the mall.
like
You
no
just
big deal.
walk in and you're like, oh, da da da. Yeah.
So you just go find yourself a car. Guy gives you the title. You go to the mall.
Go to the mall.
Have a hot dog on a stick.
I love that.
Yeah.
And the trip
And
permit
maybe-
is good for 60 days.
Yeah.
I can. That's like 2 months. That's exactly what that is. But in California, you get a 1 day move.
Yeah,
permit, or
1
we
day,
can-
yeah.
You have a 60-day trip permit.
Yeah.
You can hit like several rallies and.
So then you just figure, well, at that point, you're like, well, maybe I'll gamble at home, right? You see how far you get.
But you don't make it home. Like we didn't make it home.
Well, people do that.
We were gonna bring
They,
the ranchero home. Didn't make it.
Well, yeah, that's so wherever you end up, and you sell it and
Gambling.
get a plane ticket and go the rest
Yeah,
of the way.
or
We
Or
hitched,
Uber,
we hitched
you know.
a ride. Yeah.
on rallies, people break
How much is it to Uber from Menifee to here?
Oh Jesus.
Menifee.
From Menifee to here?
I figure that's about where I'm going to get to.
30 or 40
I'm not going to
bucks,
break down
honestly.
someplace
Very
fucking
specific
cool, right?
town.
Like, I'm not going to break down at Pismo Beach. I'm going to break down somewhere shitty,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's how it works.
No,
Yeah, right?
wait, the good part of Bakersfield.
Wildomar.
Right? No one's ever said that. The good part of Bakersfield?
Yeah,
No, anywhere in San Bernardino County, I feel like it's probably going to break down.
that's where I'll break down.
God.
For sure, between Corona and Menifee is like prime time
Like
breakdown
Price is
location.
Right, that range game?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna break down?
Menifee.
Stop!
Right
I
there.
do think that, Bob. I want to put my answer.
wheel. But it's all part of the adventure. It's part of the fun. Like a couple people messaged me about our run this weekend. A guy that runs the Southwest Arkansas. I was just there 2 or 3 weeks ago. He says, "Hey, if I was able to fly in, can you hook me up with a car?" And I usually provide them with a courtesy vehicle. Although we've destroyed and given those away, I guess, the Crown Vic and stuff. Remember?
Yeah.
Or they'll send us money to buy them a car, or I'll loan them one of ours.
Got it.
And either way, I pick them up at the airport in the Rapiest van.
That's gotta,
Grapiest. I said Grapiest. It's purple.
Great.
that's got to be an experience to just like call up one of the Chandler, or what do you guys call yourself? The
Coordinators?
Chancellors?
Chancellor.
Well,
Chandler's.
coordinators is the-
yeah, coordinator.
But like call one of them. All right, guys, I'm like super into coming down there for this. Here's $500. What can you do? Oh yeah, you get the presidential treatment. You fly into San Diego. We pick you up in the grape van. Like here's your car when you get home.
And it's you usually know them, whether it's on Facebook or in person. But yeah, I think it'd be hilarious. I've been trying to
I might do that for the Dirty Divas one. They have an all-girls gambler up in Oregon Memorial Day weekend.
You better go.
I was thinking about flying in and doing the VIP
better
thing,
go.
but I hate flying, so I might drive up there and
That's
they're gonna
fly.
like give me a car though. They'll like,
What
hey,
are
drive
they?
this.
You should totally do that.
So thankfully, the Gamblers, it's getting bigger and it's more accessible to more people. And so there's families and like ours, there's no age restrictions. Camp is obviously kind of an R-rated like conversation. But so there's some famblers, like family gamblers, and there's
Yeah.
wives that are doing it. Like Dave and Shelly go off-roading together. And maybe Shelly's like, I want my own gambler.
Sure.
And so she buys one and they put,
Yeah, Kathy
whatever.
from Cafe
Yeah.
247 got her own.
Yeah.
Famblers.
And it's very cool. So now it's to the extent where they're doing an event strictly around women. And like the number one ranked female gambler in the world is Stephanie, because we're one of the first people to do one outside of Oregon, and she's the first woman to be in charge of one.
She's the chancellor. So, I mean, let's
that's why.
be honest
Thanks
here.
for doing that, by
Comes
the way.
with the title,
You're
I
definitely gonna get
got some
sued.
ideas,
I'm
and
gonna
Still waiting on my
I don't
pay
know if-
raise.
Have we talked about the car club I want to make?
Yeah, I don't
What
think
do
we
you guys-
have. I think we need to.
So you know my truck out there?
Does your car have to be running?
No, it has to be.
Oh,
It has to be a work truck.
Preferably a Ford.
So I want to get a whole bunch of. I want to call it the Early Ford Truck Club, so that when I register my club at like a real legitimate like Good Guys car show, they go, "Oh, the entire Early Ford's truck club is coming." Yes, we'd love you. How many members? 30. I got 30 members. Get us all in the same spot. We need something front row. Everything's top notch, and we all show up in our late '80s, early '90s Ford pickup trucks with like lumber racks, like lawnmowers in the back, like, and I want to jack it up, pull the wheel off, put a mirror under it, like go full tilt, right? And have 30 of these trucks lined up in a row, right? And just have everybody be pissed off because, wait, you guys said you're early. Yeah, we're Ford Truck Club. Told you we're Ford Truck
Body
Club.
style, bro.
Like, you have to appreciate everything, right?
Right.
So my other idea,
No, the guys
I'm gonna
are in
run
their
with this
early
one.
40s, not the cars.
yeah, not the cars, you dummy. The guys are in their
Oh,
40s.
I thought you said age of us. Sorry.
So in the next one is I want to start a gambler car lot, right? Where you can come and trade in your gambler for cash or another gambler. And we'll have gamblers on the lot for sale. They'll have gone through a full 100-point inspection, but we are going to leave a ticking time bomb in it somewhere that you don't know. Like, we're going to leave like the oil pan plug out or something stupid.
I like that. I think we should also do like a spinning wheel of death, where like you give us $500 and you don't get to choose what car you get. And one of the options is actually that you don't get a car.
Right. You might just lose $500.
It's a quarter of the wheel as you don't get a car. This is how Ivan's saying business. I don't know what to tell you.
Ivan's gamblers cars.
You'll get a Hot Wheels car.
I forgot to even
What's
tell
your
Stephanie this.
concession price?
Right.
I've been talking to a lot of the other coordinators for years
Are
about.
we talking about the rental?
The key party.
Oh, yeah, the key party, yeah.
So key party meant something very different, like in the 80s
yeah.
or whatever. So,
Thanks, Gibby.
you kids. You go
I'm
get
a
your
millennial.
Google
Can you
device
explain this?
immediately. Hey Siri.
I watched Wolf of Wall Street.
Where's
Thank
where
you very
people
much.
take their keys so they don't drink? That's what it is, ain't it?
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's what it was. You kind of have to know each other. I wouldn't expect strangers on Facebook to spend a lot of time on
It could be like an invite-only thing.
But amongst friends or people that are just like punk rock, again, it's just low effort. They give 0 fucks. That's what that means. But it sounds better, punk rock. Friday night, I tried it in Arkansas and I tried it in Kansas. Not a single person would step up, despite their enthusiasm on Facebook. I said, Friday night, you throw your keys in a hat and we party. Saturday morning, whatever you draw is what you drive. And that's the key party. So it's voluntary.
Oh, that's fun.
And on Facebook, they're, I'm so down, and that's all they would say is how down they were. And then I have the coordinator. Glenn was like, Gibby wanted me to mention this. I don't think any of you guys are going to do it, but and he mentioned the key party. And surely nobody said a word.
Well, nobody's going to do it with that attitude. You need to come up and be like, which one of you idiots is going to do this?
So you don't
call them idiots. I'm sorry.
That has consequences for the first time ever.
You gotta sell it.
Like, we get a courtesy card, so they might not be excited about our car, but we had a Kia Sportage that had T-bone damage on one side.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was serious, no joke.
What'd you do to that car, Gibby?
It was 2 feet. But it came on a wrecker. They're like, Gibby, here's your courtesy vehicle for our Kansas Gambler, and it runs good, but
What happened to it?
Yeah, what happened to it, Gibby?
mostly rust damage.
Mostly rust.
He decided to go swimming.
It got hit in the side by like fat bitches at a high rate of speed.
Like what happened in the Gambler?
Something. Oh, what happened in the Gambler? Oh, Tom, my enthusiastic
Blame it on
World Tour
Tom.
teammate,
Wow.
hit a water crossing going way too fast,
Flooded it.
and the car
Did
became
you see the
a
video of
liability.
them jumping it?
So, like Liam Neeson, we had a friend of ours drive it back to camp. That's actually not like Liam Neeson, but
Liam
I
Neeson.
like him, so analogy
I have a very
done.
specific set
Name
of
drop.
skills.
Name dropped.
I will have a friend drive you back to camp, and I will go get drunk on this short bus, which is a real thing. It's a short bus with deuce and a half tires in the back. Party machine, disco ball, whatever.
Super.
What does that matter?
She got you.
Name drop.
She got you.
Was that Liam Neeson or Liam Neeson?
So that's a Lemons car.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
a Lemons car.
Yeah, have you seen it?
Yeah, it's a very popular car. There's some, what do you call it, crossover with the
The
groups.
Liam
Like, they've been
Neeson.
around longer, but when we went to the SEMA, we cruised the strip with the Lemons guys and stuff, and they're really cool. They like the Gambler, and we like their cars.
The guy you met earlier who rolled through here,
That's
they got a Lemons car down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they work on.
Yeah, it's more established. It's a bigger deal. That Liam Neeson car is hilarious.
So funny.
There was a van somewhere in the Gambler, and it was a Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's the same thing. Just pictures of Jean-Claude Van Damme, like doing the splits and kicking, just all over the, this huge canvas of a van.
Sure.
So kind of like, but I know who you are. I will find you, and I will blow your head gasket.
And I will blow your head gasket.
Hey. Was that my mom? Yeah. Anyhow.
So that what? And then
I'm
other
talking about the
news. So we got
Jean-Claude
a.
Van Damme. Like the Liam Neeson, they took a van and they stickered up with Jean-Claude Van Damme all over it. I don't know where they got the name, but they put Jean-Claude Van Damme stickers on it.
I think it's funny. I see the play on words there, because his name has got the word van in it.
I got it.
And
I got it too.
And damage. Wait.
And damn damage. Yeah, there's 2 of them in there.
There is.
So part of the Gamblers builds, part of it's a decoration, costumes. You know, people do their own thing.
Okay.
You get antsy.
We haven't been recording this whole time, huh?
We've been recording this whole time. We have an hour and 10 minutes.
Wow.
Left?
Yes.
Plenty of room for you to edit shit out if you want.
Left?
Yeah,
At
that's
some
true.
point, it's just not productive anymore.
He's already started telling the same story twice. Cause
Who?
he went to the
You're already
bathroom.
doing
You.
it.
He
You're
walked
doing
back.
it. You're doing it again.
He walked back. He walked back.
Well, I'm bummed you're leaving to go up to Oregon,
Yeah.
but I'm also happy for you at the same time.
Well, thanks, man. You guys have been awesome. Ben's the closest thing we've had to like an actual sponsor.
Family? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, well, that was awkward.
Okay.
We thought we were going to be
Family's-
personal.
Sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Sponsor. Well, I was telling her on the way here that it's not a big money maker for you.
See?
It's
Nobody
just
cares.
shenanigans. You'd be better
Careful,
on video.
he's got a mallet.
Yeah, I don't think we brought you a lot of business, Gamblers. We saw that Zareen's pictures on the fridge.
Yeah,
And
she's.
so you probably helped her fix her car and you got a picture in the fridge.
Yeah, well, we helped the
She's
gamblers.
hard, like, she's easy to love. Everyone loves Zareen. I love Zareen.
We help the gamblers because we are gamblers and we like it. We don't help you guys to potentially make money off you. That's not what we're doing.
We appreciate
We just
that.
do it because we dig it.
Oh,
You guys are stand up.
Yeah, all this time. I never knew.
Stephanie's like, oh,
so those shirts and stuff were. Oh no, I'm just kidding.
We didn't need to do
I
that.
thought you were going to say a truck needs brakes.
It does.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh.
Do you guys do brakes?
If I
do
could
it
bring
all.
it down here.
for you, we do it all. If you can make it down the hill with the bad brakes, we'll definitely hook you up.
They're very squishy. It kind of stops.
Kind of. Well, that's what the Scout came in for. It kind of stops. Now it
Yeah.
stops.
Yeah. These are all fixable infractions.
Those are going on Marty's
Well, how
Scout.
come Gibby
or
gets
Marty's,
special treatment?
Jeep.
You came up to the house for his thing, right?
Yeah, I came all the way up to the house for Gibby.
Appreciate that. I forget why that happened.
Dude, I brought a welder and everything, didn't I?
I'll barbecue.
No.
Did I weld
do
it?
like a-
No,
Oh, I took the
gave you
piece
that
off.
Arm.
Brought it home,
Yeah.
welded it, drove
re-
back up
You
there.
get special
reinstalled it.
treatment.
I came and picked it up.
Oh, you did pick it up.
I don't remember why. I appreciate that. He came up there with one of his sons,
did.
and that's he was in the early Ford Truck Club vehicle.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, yeah, early Ford trucks.
Dude, I would.
Look it up.
I would love that.
That's our club, yeah.
It's a thing.
We're shouting it out.
You have
I have one I can join with. It's a 1990 F-350 long
That's
bed.
it. You're in.
Sweet.
You
You're in.
Congratulations to the second member of this club.
You did.
Whoop, whoop.
You could be
I
like
mean,
the
20
vice
second.
chancellor.
You could be the vice chancellor.
Yes.
Yet again.
But I really don't want to be the chancellor, so you're the chancellor of that new club.
Russo, we have our own club, the Chevys that don't
That's
full-size
right.
Chevys that don't run
That
club.
have exploded engines, yeah.
Yeah, I have 2. He has 1. Everybody's having a good
At
time.
least make it an acronym that's
Our mom's
funny.
got one.
Like when you
One
start
and a
seeing
half.
early Ford truck, I was like, oh, it's a fuck thing. Wait for it. But it's not.
No, it's
I
not.
thought
We
your
could.
acronym was going to be something really.
EFT?
Maybe we could toy with that. Gift.
I like it.
We'll call it Fancy Undercover Trucks.
Yeah. I
Fuck
could do that with a van.
Fancy under. Oh, undercover's one word though.
Not how I spell it.
Hyphenated.
It's like off-road, right? Everybody goes, how do you spell off-road? Is it OFF space road? Is it off-road one word?
Hyphenated?
It's
Which
hyphenated.
one is it?
Hyphenated? It's however I want to fucking spell it, man.
It's
This is
froating.
America. You can do it however
You
you
make
want.
it one word. It's froating.
It's a Welsh word. It's Offroad. It
Off-road.
means to like overland.
That's
Oh,
with the
hey,
tilde. It's different.
Attention on the deck or whatever. I have a great intellectual
record?
property idea. And instead of overlanding, underlanding.
Yes.
That's my new thing. So
We
we're
all
gonna
have
make
to-
It's already a thing.
We all need to
There's
build
a page
boring
for it.
machines.
cars, so we don't sell our profit on these, but it's
What's-
hilarious.
Yeah, we're gonna go under the land.
Okay, but realistically, if you sold them for people to put on cars that they saw around, I think you could make something
Yeah.
out of that.
Well, we have some ideas for like the whiskey and the toast strap. It's like the whiskey and the we sell shirts and to kind of help fund
I don't mean to make you
addictions and
sad.
stuff. Oh, it already exists.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Underlanding.
No, mine's underlanding.
Underland. Yeah.
That's underland.
Ing. Do you really need a rooftop tent, an awning, an 8-drawer system, a fridge, a sink, a toilet, and a shower for your weekend trips?
No.
More beer than gear.
Dude.
More beer than gear.
Is that what underlanding's about? Do they talk crap on overland cars?
Sounds like
They
gamblers
do?
with RVs.
Yeah.
So,
Gamblers with our
I'm so excited about this.
So in July, I figured out what we're doing in July. In July, me and all my buddies are doing the Rubicon Trail, right? Famous trail. Everybody who owns a Jeep wants to do it, right? It's been done a billion times.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely the opposite of the gambler because I have more spare parts that I'm bringing with me and more tools so that, because I know I'm going to break something,
You can fix anything.
then I can fix anything and keep going, right? And it's like, wow, that is so not gambler of me to be so prepared.
Not very cash money of you.
No, it's kind of a dick move, right? To have all these spare parts on my Jeep. Like, I'm going to break down on the trail and be like, no big fucking deal. Pull out a whole brand new axle and a welder and be like, good. And then just keep going. Everybody's like, what a dick.
Sorry for that 5-minute delay, everyone.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Enjoy your Uncrustable while I fix this.
That'd be nice though if you get everybody in Uncrustable as like kind of like you.
Yeah.
And if you liked crust, guess what?
See, I'm going to carry a box of Uncrustables with me and go, if you can finish your Uncrustable by the time I'm done fixing this, then, good to go.
Dave, I finished. Eat another.
Eat it again.
We were talking
Throws
to
a wrench at him.
a buddy of mine who his friends went up and did it, and they have an XJ Jeep, right, an older Cherokee, and has a 4-liter engine, and they blew the engine up halfway through the trail. And so they tried dragging this thing out, and they couldn't drag it out. So they just left it, went through the rest of the trail, went and got an engine from a junkyard, went back to the beginning of the trail, drove all the way to where the truck was, and pulled the engine and changed the engine on the middle of the Rubicon Trail.
Jesus.
Like, that was the easiest thing to
way.
do.
That's pretty impressive, though. That's commitment.
I think that was Robert from RV Club who told me
You
that
know there's
story.
a bus that we can go
That's
rent.
insane.
Is there a bus?
There's a bus. I know of a bus up in a place that I will not name.
So that it
because
doesn't get
these
taken?
people are here and the gamblers will. I know of a
Snatch
bus
it
deep
up.
in the woods, and it's a fully
It's in
blown
the woods.
school bus.
Is it in Alaska?
Probably a 56 or
There was a movie about
somewhere
that,
around
wasn't
there.
there?
It's an old bus.
Christopher McKinney.
It's got a Windsor motor in it. I think it's got
Okay.
like that era. And if I can get it off the property, I can have it.
Ooh. Take lots of pictures of it.
Post them all. Tag the location.
No, don't do those things. Take them, send them to me first, and then
Got
we'll
it.
figure it out.
Got it.
With their permission?
I think you just found your
Yeah,
gambler.
yeah. No, they know.
Is it a short
Right.
one? Is it a full-size bus? Or?
Full size bus.
We only want short buses. Sorry.
No, James, we want all buses.
We want all bus.
All the buses.
I like it. Let's do it.
I think a
Buses are
chop top
rad.
bus would
There's
be
van
so
life and bus
funny.
life.
Has anybody ever done, somebody's done a concrete mixer, right?
Convertible bus.
A big cement truck. I want to do a cement truck, and I want to chop the cement mixer exactly in half and turn it into a swimming pool. But think about a cement mixer swimming pool. That'd be a fucking huge pool, right?
No, but on the last gambler I went in Arizona, they had one of your early Ford Cubs trucks, and it had a big rack on it that they put a deck on top, and they had a jacuzzi, like a full-blown jacuzzi, not like a bedline jacuzzi, but
Like
a
a real one.
full-blown jacuzzi in the bed of the truck.
So yeah, that's rad
Hauling
too.
water with them and everything, did the whole trip.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
With a
cement
rooftop
mixer?
fucking, like, excuse me,
How much
Milk
water?
patio.
trucks and
How much water spilled out?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Oh,
Or maybe we could come up with a different idea for the cement mixer. Like we could
Throw
cut
people
the,
in it.
Like we could cut the
Sorry, I
deck
was
off.
thinking-
Like
Make
cut
it one of
and
those
make it like
circle
a
things.
flat like party pad.
No.
And then have a staircase that
I
goes
like
down
s-
into it for
I
like
want
the
to know
VIP.
Steph's idea.
No.
No,
You
Steph
know
has
those-
a
Very
better
eager to tell
idea.
us what she thinks.
You know those balls?
I know
Like
balls,
this.
yes. I know Wait, I'm sorry, I'm just not catching up. She's putting her hands up in the shape of balls. So I'm like, yes, I know balls.
The giant balls.
The giant balls, yes.
That's the
Yes.
whole sentence. You can't
Not
give
very
us-
familiar with
they'll
those,
eat your
but yes.
life
So
like
you
this.
drive your motorcycle thing and do like the
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Death?
the ball
mini
of death.
bikes.
That
Mini bikes.
So turn the cement mixer into the ball of death.
With
That's a
the
great
mini
idea.
bikes.
That's a pretty tight thing.
Thunderdome!
Have the Coleman
Turn
mini
it
bikes
into a
in there.
Thunderdome.
Yes.
I thought you just pad it and just
I
do
don't
like
think-
gambler daycare.
I don't think I could do that one for $500.
Yeah, but instead it goes highway
But
speeds.
way more creepy.
You know what I mean? Like
Imagine having a
Turn
jumpy house on a
all the
flatbed, just like
head gear.
They just get hammered in there.
Yeah. You wouldn't get hurt on the trail. If you fell over, you'd just be like, I'm in a bounce house.
Whoa!
Yeah.
This is great.
I don't even know where we are.
Oh man.
Hell no.
I was just,
So many great ideas. This is why we brainstorm.
how much money's worth of guacamole could you have in the back of your cement mixer?
So it just
That's actually a
distributes
pretty big
guacamole.
investment. Yeah,
Oh,
but
that'd be
you
fun.
can't-
And you could have the hose on the back and be like, who wants guac?
No, it's got to have the big chute, so it comes down, and you got to like catch the big blade of it.
Guac someone?
You guac their car, pull over to somebody, sunroof.
You know, guac is not great for paint and it doesn't come out. So if it dries, that's actually a pretty dirty trick. If
It's
you
like
guac
egg- it's like
somebody.
egg in the
Yeah, it's
car.
like egg.
Yeah.
So maybe you have a cement mixer that's full of guac, and whoever gets to camp first opens their sunroof, and you fill their car up with
You
guac.
filled a
Affordable
guac.
alternative to this idea. You just go gambling and throw avocados at people.
What if?
So that's so much fun. I mean,
For energy and stuff. You're like, hey, you look broke down and pissed. Have an avocado. And you hit them with it.
What if
the
you?
American name is Thunderstealer?
Thunderstealer,
Thanks,
yeah.
Thunderstealer.
thanks.
Thunderstealer.
Yeah, we're on a
We
roll.
want to use a concrete mixer truck.
What if we filled
Maybe
it
we
with
have the world's
concrete
tiniest paintball park inside the mixer.
and paved the road for
I don't know,
everyone?
like,
That's what I'm saying.
What if we filled it with concrete and paved the road for everyone?
well, it's concrete. Let's first.
Then they drive into it and get
You're talking
stuck.
about-
Yeah, exactly. Then they drive into it. Idiots! You should have waited for it to dry.
His eyes got
Somebody
a little big.
should
I knew he wasn't
build-
fucking around. His eyes got
Somebody
a
should make a James
pay for the
Bond
road.
gambler that drops jacks
No,
and
the
has an
Mario
oil
Kart.
squirter.
Mario Kart.
Does somebody have one of these yet?
Bananas.
Before Mario Kart, there was a movie about an
Gambler
English gentleman.
saboteur.
I like it.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, you need an Aston Martin or something, right?
I mean, no. You have a. You could also have a BMW Z4,
How about
a
like a
7
Datsun
Series.
280ZX? Anything looks kind of like a.
You can go Jason Statham with an Audi too.
Why do you have a
Ooh, Jason Statham.
very specific list for replica?
Never mind, we
cars?
can't
I
do
know
that
all
anymore.
the cars that James Bond drove.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Jason Stratus,
I
and you
was
have
curious
to
why you
drive
have
a
this
Dodge
particular
Stratus.
Yeah.
He'll allow it.
It's true. So yeah.
Vice Chancellor will allow it.
Thank you.
I like the.
Next subject.
Well,
Where's the mallet?
Yeah, where's the map?
There's never another subject.
James is
This
gonna go.
concrete mixer is the subject.
That's
I
it.
still like the
This
top to top
podcast-
of the bus.
You know the
Make
thing
it
at the top where people
convertible.
dropped. Are you saying it's over? They dropped the quarter in. That's what he's trying to say. He puts keys in his pocket.
Yeah,
he
he
gets
said
last
he's
banana.
been hanging his camera on him. And he's like, "Yeah, David, I have to go." I'm like, "I know. We're talking to the gamblers. There's no time limit."
Sorry.
So if this doesn't blow your mind, I'll just walk my happy ass right out of here. At the top of this concrete mixer, you have that little railing, and people drop their quarter in because the quarter goes down and goes around for a solid 10 minutes.
Is it
And
really?
You keep the quarter.
You keep the quarter.
You never seen that?
You keep
You never
the
played that
quarter.
game? You never been to the
Jags.
Science Museum?
Something weird's happening.
Oh, at the Science Museum?
the
Yeah.
quarter.
I thought you were talking about straight up if you put a quarter in
cement
No, it's
cement
round.
mixer, it'll do it. I was like, it's crazy,
In the
dude.
cement, just bloop.
I believe anything Gibby says. I think
Thunder Stealer.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. It's been a Gambler podcast. We talked total nonsense for an hour and a half. I hope
Killed
you
it.
enjoyed it.
that's
Thanks,
a Gambler
guys.
podcast.
Goodbye, Gibby.
We're gonna miss
Dick.
you, Gibby.
Out of the park. Thanks for having us, man. We love you guys.
Always.
Moment of silence for Gibby. Pour one out.
And now that we'll never
it's-
now that we'll never get invited back, he'll just be like, "Oh, it's because you moved." But really,
And thanks to
like, thank
Poffenberger
He's
for
gonna
the
invite,
whiskey.
he's gonna invite me.
Pops.
It's been the Bent Motorsports Podcast. Thanks for listening in. Be sure to give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at Bent Motorsports. Stay updated on the latest happenings, future projects, videos, and events here at the shop. Remember, guys, at Bent Motorsports, bits in stock, we've got it.